October 2022, I am not addressing you on net cricketing platform. Anyway, good to see you all in good numbers. And everybody like us are very much excited about the two IPL matches which are going to happen on 15th and 19th. Being a part of BCCI, it is our endeavor under the leadership of Jaisa, our Secretary of BCCI, as well as our President, Mr. Roger Binney. There has been always an endeavor to promote cricket in every nook and corner of the country, and special importance has been given to Northeast and its development. You all know that under BCCI's patronage, we are having the construction work is going on in 5 indoor stadiums in 5 northeastern states. And also there is an endeavor, an attempt to develop good cricket infrastructure in all the 7 states. In fact, Assam and Tripura are out of that special benefit because we are with cricket since 1948. I think Tripura also joined the main league after 1948. But the recent states, after the Supreme Court judgment, the new membership, so there was a challenge for BCCI to start cricket, because if you look at Manipur or Mizoram or Arunachal Pradesh or Nagaland to a certain extent, these are all hilly terrains, and to get a proper ground is very difficult. So there is always a challenge to have cricket grounds, and more, the other challenge was all these 3-4 states are football friendly. Football is much more popular than cricket, but slowly things are changing, and with the coming times, with the special initiative of Jaisa, all these states are coming and doing very well in the national scenario, and maybe in 3-4 years time, everybody will be at the same page, just like Assam, Tripura, or Bengal, or Bihar. Regarding the IPL, although Rajasthan Royals is using the term homecoming or coming back to again, but they are coming continuously. In 2020, when first time Rajasthan Royal decided to have Guwahati as their second home ground, and BCCI also at that point of time immediately agreed to the proposal given by Ranjit Borthakur and his team. So 2 matches were allotted in 2020, and the dates were also announced, the fixture was also out. The tournament was supposed to start from 29th of March, if I remember correctly, and Guwahati matches were scheduled on 5th and 9th of April. 2 matches were allotted to Guwahati, but unfortunately from 24th March, the COVID lockdown started, and the whole tournament was shifted to Dubai. So it was not, it did not happen in India, but unfortunately the first opportunity Assam got to host IPL matches in 2020 was lost because of the COVID pandemic. Thereafter, last year, Rajasthan Royals came because after 2 years, IPL returned to India, and so it returned to Guwahati also, as scheduled earlier. And last year they had 2 matches, and this time also they have 2 matches. In fact, we could have hosted 3 matches here. But looking at the various logistical issues, plus the election was also there, so there was some challenges to have a proper window to have the matches, because when there is an ongoing election process, the IPL matches, that security, all these things, there is certain confusion. So at the end, to be on a safer side, instead of having the matches in April, which is conveniently the right time to have the IPL matches in Guwahati. But we took a risk. Without risk, nothing progress in life. No risk, no gain. So BCCI also decided to allot these matches in the month of May. So far, so good. You don't see too much of rain till now. I hope it will remain like that. I do not want any question on rain, at least, because nobody can answer it properly. Even the meteorological authorities of the airport, they also give all confusing reports as well as the forecast. So we should not go into that aspect. But anyway, everybody is very much excited about the 15th match as well as the 19th match. And BCCI is giving special importance to this event. And as a part of their goodwill gesture and as a part of their involvement in the activities of Assam Cricket Association, both our President Roger Binney and our Secretary Jaisa will be present on 19th. That is a very welcome step, because Roger Vinny never visited once he became the president of BCCI, but Jaisa on and off he visited Assam as well as other northeastern states. So on behalf of being a representative of Assam Cricket Association in BCCI, I have to thank Ranjit Borthakur and Rajasthan Royals for showing great interest in bringing IPL to Guwahati, and without their support this could not have been happening. They are promoting Riyan also for last 5-6 years. Same way they are promoting cricket in Assam. They were our partners in Assam Cricket Association's academy for 2 years now. We are looking for renewal of that agreement also in the coming times. But in any case, the better things will be said by Mr. Ranjit Borthakur. So this is my initial remark. At later stage, if there is any questions from your end, I will love to give the replies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, Vivekita. I would now request the chairperson of the Rajasthan Royals, Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, to have a few words, please.
Sure. Good afternoon. এতিয়াতো কনফিউজন নাই দেৱজিতে আৰম্ভ কৰোঁতে 12টা বাজিছিলে এতিয়া 12টাৰ পাৰ হৈ গ'ল কাৰণে গুড আফটাৰনুন ইট ইজ ৰিয়েলি এ প্ৰিভিলেজ মানে মোৰ কাৰণে এই ইয়াত বহি কথা পাতিছোঁ লনৰ লগত এইটো মানে খুব মানে লাকি বুলি ভাবোঁ কিয় লনক মই সৰুৰে পৰাই চিনি পাওঁ আৰু আজি ছেকেণ্ড ইয়াৰ লাষ্ট ইয়াৰ অলপ টেণ্টেটিভ আছিলোঁ যদিও আমি কনফাৰ্ম কৰিলোঁ যে ছেকেণ্ড ইয়াৰ যেতিয়া মানুহ এটাই মানে কনফাৰ্ম কৰে যে আমি ইয়াত খেলিম আমাৰ মানে চিৰিয়াছনেছটো আৰু বাঢ়িছে মই ভাবোঁ যে আগলৈ IPLটো কি হ'ব মই অলপ মানে টেগটো বদলি কৰি দিওঁ মই ভাবোঁ যে next 3 years we should try along with Lon's leadership. It is very important that we have him in the leadership position because he is known to BCCI and he is known to all franchises now. That we actually try and get not 3 but between 5 and 7 to 8 matches in Guwahati. It will take 5 years. From Rajasthan Royals side, if the matches increase next year, as we are told, we will definitely want to have the third match here. Because it makes it easier. The logistics issues we must solve because logistics is an issue for every stadium even though they are based in metros. So I think I'm very keen that we develop sports. What has happened with sports? Cricket is a byproduct. Moi bhabu je ami jodi cricket to aru improve koribo paru tetia health manur health to aru bari jabo etia Riyanok sao Riyan's health in last few years we had to work on his health his physicality actually is his you see the way he walks see the way he talks see the way he walks on the stadium so we in fact are very happy that the physical being of every cricketer in the Northeast should improve he's a role model I think but I do not want to focus too much on only Riyan. I think the idea to play with international cricketers in the same team builds a character of international nature. So I think this international nature of cricket is such that it would not have happened unless we had a good stadium and infrastructure. If you look at it, when you drive into this stadium, from the wickets, you know, from the wickets on the ground, not cricket wickets, but just wickets on the white board, to the names of the restaurant, the bar, the stadium, the cleanliness that one sees, it reminds you actually much more of an international New Zealand stadium than it reminds you of an Indian stadium, which is showing that it is not a bad thing, but it is a good thing because at least then we're getting cricket to be international in infrastructure. This would not have happened without my young nephew, Lon's support and leadership. So thank you, Lon, for doing that. It means a lot actually to us. To create a good infrastructure and create people is really what is important. If you don't have infrastructure, you cannot get people. Your support has been unequivocal. There will always be in any relationship tana-tani, but that is part of the relationship. The idea is that do we want to be in cricket in Rajasthan Royals here forever as long as the rules allow 100%. There's no question of withdrawing. I'm hoping someday that at least in all the teams, there are 10 teams now, There will be another 2 teams, hopefully. I hope that at least 20 people from Northeast will be playing in the team. That is my ambition. We started the academy, and it is discredit to Rajasthan Royals that we have not pursued this academy in the way the support that was forthcoming from ACA and from LON. I think it is our fault, and we have not been able to do this in the kind of enthusiastic way that we started it. So I apologize for that, but I am very sure can renew that relationship and create a kind of sample academy of the world, including a rehab center, etc., etc. And I think money is not a problem. It's a question of getting the right person to lead this. We need people with passion. Similarly, just like in cricket and physicality and sports, in sports infrastructure requires passion and determination. And I think that passion and determination is dependent on people and leaders. We need a much more dynamic BCCI representation for Northeast, which we got in the form of Lon and Debajit Saikia. In the BCCI, they all respect him because he's a man of few words, but when he speaks with a lot of affirmation for developing of cricket in the Northeast. So thank you again for that, Lon. I think to have Northeast represented by you is a very important sort of aspect of that leadership of developing people and infrastructure. Lastly, I think it is very important that we help with pressure to develop much more. I thank you all for giving Rajasthan Royals fantastic support this time. Your coverage and support with all our media advisors and all has been phenomenal. It has never been like this before. Admittedly, it has been focused on one person, but the focus on that one person leads to an ecosystem of development of the team and of Assam cricket and of Northeastern cricket, of BCCI, and more than that. I think the leadership of BCCI with Roger Binney, supported by the Secretary Jaisha and the team members like Debajit, has been phenomenal. There's no controversy, at least, in the last 2-3 years, and hopefully this will remain for the next year and the third year of the term. The good news is that Debajit will handle the next IPL also. So the next IPL will be under the leadership of Debajit next year because the term continues for a whole period. What are the areas we need to improve? I think I'll leave it some questions to you all. But I had a whole section I wanted to ask in front of you all, Debajit, some questions regarding cricket and regarding the future of cricket in the Northeast. I do not want to restrict my discussions to ACA, but I definitely want to highlight that Debajit's leadership in BCCI for the Indian footprint is very critical, so my questions will be veered around that. So with that, thank you all for coming. Sorry for the delay, and I look forward to more coverage, participation, and encouragement through your inspiring leadership in the press, all types of medium, both in terms of static medium, non-static medium, audiovisual, digital, so that you can encourage more people to come and lead this whole thing. So with that, thank you. Good luck for this season. Good luck to us. Hope that we win the tournament this time with your good wishes. Thank you so much.
So you had a few questions for each other. Now would be a good time to...
I'll do the questions or he'll.
To you, sir.
I'm not used to ask questions. In the court also, I always give the reply to the judges.
Okay, IPL has been very prosperous for the entire ecosystem of India, and all the stakeholders have been involved. What are the positives you think that IPL has brought to cricket and the ecosystem of people?
Look, the best opportunity for any budding cricketer, because to represent the country, there is a limitation. The maximum players the Indian team can accommodate is a pool of 30.
Yeah.
But if you look the structure of the Indian domestic cricket, where more than 38 or 39 teams are playing, and every cricketer who represents or who is a part of the first class cricket they aspire to play for the country. So what is the next best opportunity? If you go into the main Indian team, that is fine. The blue color is perfect. But what about the race? But very limited. If you look at the whole history of Indian cricket, during the time of Gavaskar, many players could not get the opportunity. During the time of Tendulkar, Amal Majumdar, he was a prolific scorer. He never got the opportunity. When the spinners were there, Rajinder Singh and several other top spinners were never got the opportunity to play for the country, and they were not known internationally. But with the advent of IPL in 2008, if you look at the whole graph, so many players other than the capped players, that means those who have represented the country, so many other players are well known internationally. You take the example of Riyan Parag. He is known internationally now. He is known in West Indies also. He is known in Australia also. That would not have been possible. He was only playing only the domestic cricket. So the IPL has given them the opportunity. One is that exposure to play with the international cricketers, to the Indian cricketers, and at the same time, it gave the opportunity for them to grow professionally. Because if you look at the domestic cricket, there are limited matches. Now, of course, we have the three formats like the 4-day multi-cricket, the Ranji Trophy, then the Vijay Hazare Trophy 50 overs, the T20 matches for the Mustaq Ali Trophy. But other than that, if we play for any of the franchises where I think most of the franchises are having at least 15 players to the domestic circuit. So that way, the 150 players are getting that opportunity. So this has opened up the scope of the players to play and demonstrate their talent. So they come into the limelight. How Rinku Singh came into the Indian team because of his last year's performance. So that way they can get the focus, they can come to the limelight to promote their cricketing skills as well as not only the cricketing skills but also the opportunities they can achieve. So this is the right way of taking the players to the next level through IPL. So IPL has and apart from that, the commercial part.
Yeah.
Why BCCI is so happy to have IPL? The reason is that it is, no doubt, it is commercially very lucrative, no doubt. But that has given opportunity not only the players, but it has given opportunity to a lot of other technical persons who are involved with the game. Yeah. You can see international coaches coming for all the franchises, the other technical stuff like the physios, mental strengthening coach, the trainers, strengthening and trainers, etc. Everybody is involved with one franchisee or the other. So that way it has given a lot of scope for the technical staff also. It has widened their scope of work. Along with that, it has given rise. Now, Rajasthan Royals was staying in Radisson Hotel for all along, whenever they and other teams also. Now Guwahati is progressing. Take the example that we have now 6-7 5-star hotels. So one new 5-star hotel has getting the opportunity to host the Rajasthan Royals team, the Mayfair Hotel. So we have 3-4 others. Kiran Shri has also got the 5-star tag now. So that way, the business has and the whole area is progressing. And when the IPL match is being hosted in a particular place, it is not only the players or the association persons are involved. It involves the whole ecosystem of commercialism. That is good. It gives the economy a big boost to carry forward. And I hope IPL will grow further. Now, just now Ranjit has said that now it is 10 teams. Of course, it was 8 teams 2 years ago. Now it is 10 teams. And in the coming times, we hope that there will be increase in the number of teams, and everybody will also aspire that there should be some team from our region also. So let us hope, on a positive hope we can expect that IPL will grow along with the whole region of Northeast. Thank you.
Thank you for that very succinct description of how IPL has helped players and also the ecosystem. We are your team. You may have another auction and get another team. We will remain your team. Whoever comes also later, we will make sure that we will have our space in Northeast for always, because the fan base according to the reports, has increased from something like 100,000 to roughly about 4 million. We are hoping that in the Northeast, out of 48 to 50 million people, that we should be able to touch a fan base of 20 million over the next 2-3 years. This year our target is at least 10 to 15 million, and this is a BCCI target. But thank you, Lord, for that. I think 2-3 other questions that follow. This is also reflected on the transformation of ACA. This is also reflected on the transformation of the stadium and also reflected on the ecosystem of the people. Last year you got a very good response from people attending the match. Mane, our fan base to बढ़ा करने, I think ACA under the leadership of Lon in the first 2 years when we were trying to get the teams has increased. So cricket is percolating, but I believe that there is a lot of credit to be given to ACA and to your leadership. How do you comment on the fact that the ACA has had a big role in actually getting IPL and actually spreading the goodness that you have earlier described?
You look at the infrastructure of Borkhapara Stadium, the ACA Stadium here. If you compare the present status of this stadium with the stadium which, when we took charge in 2019, there is a hell lot of a difference. Today, maybe after the meeting, we can have a round with the hospitality area.
Absolutely.
You will see the difference. If you look at the infrastructure regarding the cricket pitches, we have 30 cricket pitches, along with another 8 pitches where 50% of the wickets are all covered. We don't have an indoor cricket stadium, but that is not required here. If there is rainfall, there are 7-8 wickets, natural turf wickets, where the teams can practice. Whole area is well lit. The practice area is also, because if you go to other stadiums, even in Eden Garden, all the practice wickets are within the main cricket ground. That is not happening here. We have separate. So that gives lot of opportunities for the practicing teams or the participating teams to practice before the actual match. So here also we have 2 teams coming, and if you remember, if you look at the four these practice warm-up matches of the World Cup, it happened when 5 teams were here in Guwahati. We could offer them 4 back-to-back matches, and all the teams were practicing because they are playing the World Cup in 4 or 5 days time. So we hosted those matches in the last part of September, 29th to 4th or 5th of October. And the World Cup started from 5th of October. So all the teams were very happy to have practice wickets here. The main stadium was there. Amingaon cricket ground was also used by all the international teams now. And our endeavor is that in the coming times, if Ranjit and his Rajasthan Royals comes to Guwahati for having more matches, in 1.5 years' time, the Amingaon Stadium, where the construction work has already started, where it will have a 25,000 capacity stadium with all modern facilities. Of course, this is a world-class stadium. But that stadium also we are having, so from then onwards, we will have 2 international standard stadiums in Guwahati. In Bombay, you have the Wankhede and the Brabant. So in Guwahati also, you will have the Amingaon as well as the Barsapara ACA Stadium. So our endeavor is that to have the infrastructure into a very good state, especially when the people come to watch the match, there should be that they should feel comfortable. So if you look at the toilets, if you look at the facilities for the food and hospitality areas, if you look at the facilities of the seats, especially the toilets and the seating capacity, because T20 match covers 4 hours, but if you have a 50 overs match, they have to stay here for more than 8 hours. So our endeavor, not only for Assam Cricket Association, but also for BCCI, is to improve all the existing facilities when the World Cup was conducted here last year. All the hosting stadium, including Guwahati, we not only gave a facelift to the stadium, but we have also upgraded the facilities for the people who come and watch. Players' facilities one part, the other part is for the audience. So these things we have to look into now. Rajasthan Royals is taking care of all the facilities regarding fooding and other ancillary activities which will go on during the IPL matches. So I'm sure the crowd who will be coming here, they will not only enjoy the matches, but they will enjoy all the other facilities which will be available in ACA Stadium. So I hope this will be a new experience for the people in the upcoming IPL matches. Thanks.
Thank you. So I think that is a preview of what is coming. There will be cultural sections to this. Again, the leadership has been taken by Devajit to actually deliver a cultural aspect of the Northeast and Assam. We are also wanting to unveil our social program from the Rajasthan Royal Foundation. So we have taken a mishing village near Balipara to convert 30 households, means at least 200 people with solar energy. So we are hoping to announce that, but more importantly, 25 people who are our friends of the stadium, who are neighborhood. We have taken 25 people and their families. We will give them free viewing rights during the match. So 25 people, for 100 people roughly, will be invited to the match as their neighbors here, and they've already been motivated and encouraged by the BCCI and ACA. So those people will also be invited. We are hoping to get municipal workers. We have got municipal workers, I think 100 to 200 municipal workers. If the municipality and the corporation help us, we will give them free seating and we will invite them to enjoy the match along with us, because they play an important role in our development programs. We also want to do 3-4 more initiatives for women, and I think we will be talking more with ACA and with Devajit. What is the initiative that we need to launch here so that we have an inclusive thing first in Assam and then otherwise? This is apart from what I think we should be doing in cricket, our own initiative, because Assam is far, it gets neglected. So even within Rajasthan Royals, I think we are not 100% totally clear that we want to do something in Assam or not in the social side. I have been driving it along with his support, but the reality is the people must believe in it. Now they believe in the cricket, so you'll see so many more people, 50 more people have come to do up the stadium. Last year this was only 10. So we are hoping that Beleg Manu Anipelai, our social initiative board, women or Karne Koribo Lage. Our line at ase, Aurat hai to Bharat hai. So our line is based on women. With her we rise, and Aurat hai to Bharat hai. Ye line is both important hai sabke liye, because we believe that our mothers, our sisters are the people who will take Assam, Northeast and India forward, including cricket. So we are here to support social initiatives also. Last question. How do you think we can partner on social initiatives to create an impact for you in the Northeast?
This is a very dicey question. So if you look at the social things, there are a lot of areas where get into. We know that Assam was infested by militancy for long 2-3 decades. Now that has become a thing of the past. So maybe Rajasthan Royals can get into some of the interior areas of Assam.
Okay.
And with cricket, they can bring those who still have some doubts about their lifestyle back to the main fold and develop with the growing country. So that is one area where you can do. The other part is with development of women's cricket, we are getting a lot of response from the women's now. Earlier, Assam Cricket Association was not conducting any inter-district team because there was no proper team in particular most of the districts. Hardly 4 or 5 pockets where women were playing cricket. But once we started Konoklata Trophy for inter-district, and that was about 3 years ago, and we are very much skeptical whether there will be teams or not. We thought that if there is 6 teams, we can start the tournament. But we are very surprised, pleasantly surprised to find 18 teams participated in the first edition, and the number is still growing. So that is one area when with Uma doing so nice, with Jinti Mani doing so nice. So lot of serious cricketers are coming out. And we are running an academy here. So now the pressure is on us that we are having 40 residential boys who are below 16 years or 15 years, and the team is touring now Bangladesh. So when we are going to start the residential academy for the girls, maybe Rajasthan Royals with their slogan, Aurat Hai to Bharat Hai, so they can be a part of our academy for promotion of the women's cricket in Assam. That is one way of looking into it. That is one major impact. It will take place if we improve the women, especially the girl child. So that is one area I would like to, and maybe with some deliberations we may get better ideas. But right now nothing is coming into my mind. But through cricket, through Rajasthan Royals initiative about women's development, empowerment, this can be one area where they can look into.
No, we thank you for that. All three good suggestions. I think for people who have left a very negative way of life and joined the mainstream, I think to do some kind of cricket tournament in those areas, even if it's private, even if it is tennis ball or gully cricket, I think we should do it. We commit ourselves, you give us the format and tell us when and how you want to do it, we'll do it. Secondly, I think it's important that we support the training institute that has been supported. So maybe we can announce a Royals prize for 3-4 people to go to another academy, which is in our Nagpur academy, for maybe 5 people, or in Jaipur when we start an academy, to see that they have an exposure to play with other people. So that is the second. Thirdly, I commit on behalf of Rajasthan Royals to a plan which will be agreed to all for women's cricket, and to see that at a district level. I think maybe we should have a women's tournament called the Eastern Himalayan Women's Tournament, which includes Bangladesh, which includes Bhutan, Nepal, and all of the Northeast, including North Bengal. So I think if we can do that to encourage women's cricket, and that helps you, we are happy to consider that. And we are definitely wanting, we announce an amount of X amount of money, which you tell us already before this IPL is over. So thank you for all the 3 ideas. We are happy to participate.
Thank you so much.
Now open.
If there are any questions that you want to direct to our dignitaries,
প্রশ্ন আছে নেকি অসমীয়াত সুধিলে হ'ব লোন আছে অসমীয়াত আনসার কৰিব
আপুনি কওক
13th আহিব 20th আছে কিন্তু কোনো এটা IPL ৰ টিম ইমান দিন অসমত থকা নাই সো 13 তাৰিখে আহিব আৰু 19th 20th থাকিব ক'ত ক'ত থাকিব এইটো মেফেয়াৰত আছে আৰু থাকিব মানে সব হোটেলতে আমি যিমান এই নতুন হোটেল এখন যে খুলিছে সেই তাতো আমি লৈছো সবতে মানে ফুল হৈ যায় মানে টিমটো হৈছে 11টা মানুহ টিমৰ এক্সট্ৰা মানুহ হৈছে 25টা তারপরে যোনবোৰ মানে সাপোর্ট স্টাফ আছে 50 তাতে আছে তাৰপিছত এই যে ষ্টেডিয়াম বনোৱা মানুহ চোৱা ফ্যান চলোৱা আমাৰ কমসে কম 200 নে 300 মানুহ সব হোটেলত থাকিব 14 তাৰিখৰ পৰা হ'ব ইয়াতে হ'ব ইয়াতো ইমান ভাল ফেচিলিটি মোকতো সবে কৈছে যিমানবোৰ ফ্ৰেঞ্চাইজ আছে বা ক্ৰিকেটাৰ মোকতো কি নাম কৈছে হেডমায়াৰ সি মোক ইয়াতে 100 কৰিছিলে নেকি সি হেডমায়াৰ মোক কৈছে যে মানে ইণ্ডিয়াত ইয়াতকে বেটাৰ পিচ নাই তেতিয়া সেই কনভাৰচেশ্যনটো সংঘাকাৰ আছিলে সংঘাকৰে কৈছে সঁচা দেই ইয়াত একদম নিউট্ৰেল পিচ হয় তাৰপিছত মই এই লক্ষ্ণৌৰ মানুহটোৰ লগত কথা পাতিলোঁ মানে ক্ৰিকেটাৰ তেওঁলোকে ক'লে যে বেষ্ট ষ্টেডিয়াম হৈছে মানে আৰু পিচ হৈছে গুৱাহাটী দ্য বেষ্ট ষ্টেডিয়াম ইন দ্য কাণ্ট্ৰি চ' এইটো আমাৰ গৌৰৱ কৰিব লগা কথা দেই মানে আমি বেয়াবোৰ ধৰি লওঁ কিন্তু ভালবোৰ অলপ দেখিলে নহয় বেয়া নহয় নেকি 13 তাৰিখে আহিব 15 নহয় নাই নাই প্ৰেক্টিচ কৰিব লাগিব নহয় ইমান টাইম নাইতো আৰু 15 পাছত যদি ক'ৰবাত যাব খোজে কৰিব আৰু এইটো পবিতৰাত আমি মেফেয়াৰত থাকিলে পবিতৰাত যাব কোনোবাই শ্বিলঙত যাব পাৰে এতিয়ালৈকে সেইবোৰ ডিটেইল প্ল্যান কৰা নাই ইয়াত থাকি অলপ মেচ টাইম জিকাটোৱে আমি চেষ্টা কৰোঁ নেকি সেই বেছি টুৰিজম কৰিলে ডিষ্ট্ৰেকশ্যন হৈ যায় দেই টিকেট হৈ আছে ভাল হৈছে বহুত টপ ৰেছপন্স লাষ্ট মেচটো প্ৰায় চেছ হ'ল ফাৰ্ষ্ট মেচটো 60-70% হৈ গৈছে আপোনালোকে কিনিবতো টিকেট প্ৰেছৰ মানুহে টিকেট কিনিলে আমাৰ সুবিধা হয় নহয় কি কোৱা এইবোৰ বস্তু ফৰকাষ্ট এইটো ক্ৰিকেট হয় মানে কি হ'ব নহয় নাই ইচ মেচ এভৰি ডে এট এ টাইম এইবোৰ মানে আমি ফৰকাষ্ট কৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ মই কমচে কম নকৰোঁ দেই বেলেগ কোনোবাই কৰিব পাৰে
মই তাৰ বিষয়ে একো ক'ব নোৱাৰিম কাৰণ সেইটো ফ্ৰেঞ্চাইজি নিজৰ কথা এতিয়া ৰাজস্থান ৰয়েলছৰ লগত কোন আহে KKR লগত কোন আহে সেইটো টিমৰ নিজৰ ডিচিশ্যন সেইটো আমাৰ বৰ্ডৰ ফালৰ পৰাও কৰিবলগীয়া একো নাই আৰু এছ'চিয়েশ্যনৰ ফালৰ পৰাও কৰিবলগীয়া একো নাই কোটা মই এইটোকে ক'ম যে BCCI ফালৰ পৰা BCCI প্ৰেচিডেণ্ট আহিব BCCI ছেক্ৰেটাৰী আহিব আৰু আমি আশা কৰিছোঁ BCCI ট্ৰেজাৰাৰ আশিষ চিল্লাৰ আৰু IPL চেয়াৰমেন অৰুণ ধুমালো আহিব
প্ৰীতি জিন্টা আৰু শ্বাহৰুখ খান কথা চলি আছে তেওঁলোক আহিবলৈ খুব আগ্ৰহ তেওঁলোক অসম বুলি নহয় তেওঁলোকে মেচ চাবলৈ আহিব আৰু মেচততো লাষ্ট ইয়েৰো প্ৰীতি জিন্টা আহিছিলে এইবাৰ শ্বাহৰুখে মোৰ লগত পৰহি কথা পাতিছে কৈছে যে হিজ ট্ৰাইং ইজ বেষ্ট তেওঁৰ শ্বুটিং এটা চলি আছে শ্বুটিংটো যদি অলপ এডজাষ্ট কৰিব পাৰে আহিব কিন্তু তেওঁৰ প্ৰগ্ৰামটো কি হয় নহয় তো আমিও কনফাৰ্ম কৰিব নোৱাৰিম কিন্তু মানে কথা চলি আছে ষ্ট্ৰেটেজি নহয় আমি খেলি থাকিব এতিয়া ৰিয়ান 4 বছৰ ফেইল কৰিলে তাই মানে সি 4 বছৰৰ পাছততো একদম ছাকচেছ হ'ল নহয় এই হাৰ্ড জিতটো আছে গেমত একো চিন্তা নাই উই উইল ডেফিনেটলি হোপফুলি ৰিচ দ্য ফাইনেল লেট আছ সি আমিতো ষ্ট্ৰেটেজি কেনেকৈ সলনি কৰিম এই যোনবোৰ মানুহ আছেতো একেই ষ্ট্ৰেটেজিটো সলনি কৰাৰ দৰকাৰো নাই নহয়
একাডেমিটো চ' একাডেমিৰ মেম্বাৰ ছেক্ৰেটাৰী হিচাপে মই ক'ব পাৰোঁ এই একাডেমিটো আমি আৰম্ভ কৰিছোঁ 2020ত আৰু তেতিয়া আমি প্ৰথম টেকনিকেল ডাইৰেক্টৰ লৈছিলোঁ গণেশ দত্ত চুক বুলি তেওঁক আমি আহমেদাবাদৰ পৰা লৈ আহিছিলোঁ তেওঁৰ টেনিয়ৰ আছিলে 3 বছৰ চ' 2023ত তেওঁৰ টেনিয়ৰ শেষ হোৱাৰ পিছত আমি অষ্ট্ৰেলিয়াৰ পাৰ্থত এটা খুব ভাল চাৰ্ডাৰ্ণ একাডেমি বুলি আছে যিটো একাডেমিত মষ্ট অফ দ্য অষ্ট্ৰেলিয়াৰ টপ ক্ৰিকেটাৰ্ছ ইংলেণ্ডৰ টপ ক্ৰিকেটাৰ্ছ ট্ৰেইন আপ হয় লিউক ইউমব্ৰিজ তেওঁক আমি ইয়াৰ টেকনিকেল ডাইৰেক্টৰ হিচাপে যোৱা বছৰ আনিলোঁ তেওঁ এবছৰ কমপ্লিট কৰিলে এতিয়া আমি আকৌ এবছৰৰ কাৰণে ৰিনিউৱেল কৰিলোঁ অহা বছৰ এপ্ৰিললৈকে তেওঁ থাকিব তেওঁক লৈ পেলাই আমি যিটো কোচিং টীম মনোজ জগলেকাৰৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ কৰি প্ৰদীপ সুন্দৰম তেনেকৈ এটা খুব ভাল 8জনীয়া কোচিং টীম এটা আমাৰ আছে আমি 40জন ল'ৰা অসমত বিভিন্ন জেগাত অ'পেন ট্ৰায়েল কৰি পেলাই ছিলেক্ট কৰি আনিছিলোঁ তেওঁলোকক আমি ৰাখিছোঁ আৰু সেই একাডেমিৰ মেজৰ প্লেয়াৰ গৈ পেলাই এতিয়া বাংলাদেশ টুৰত আছে তাতে আমি বাংলাদেশৰ লগত আপোনালোকে জানে যে 2020ত এখন আমি চুক্তি কৰিছিলোঁ যে 3 বছৰৰ কাৰণে যে আমাৰ জুনিয়ৰ ক্ৰিকেটাৰ্ছখিনি তালৈ যাব তাৰ জুনিয়ৰ ক্ৰিকেটাৰ্ছখিনি ইয়ালৈ আহিব কিন্তু 2020ত আমি মাৰ্চ মাহত ডেটটো ফিক্স কৰিলোঁ কিন্তু সেই ক'ভিডৰ কাৰণে সেই ট্ৰিপটো হৈ নুঠিলে কিন্তু আল্টিমেটলি গৈ যোৱা বছৰ এইটো প্ৰেক্টিকেলি হ'ল যোৱা বছৰ বাংলাদেশৰ আণ্ডাৰ 16 টীমটো আহিছিলে আৰু আমাৰ টীমটো একেবাৰে নতুন আছিলে 6 মাহ এবছৰো নোহোৱা প্লেয়াৰখিনি লৈ আমি খেলিছিলোঁ আৰু 5খন খেলত আমাক 5-0 তেওঁলোকে হৰুৱাই থৈ গৈছিলে এইবাৰ আমি আমাৰ টীমটো ভালকৈ বনাই পেলাই ৰেগুলাৰলি প্ৰেক্টিছ তাহাঁতি যিহেতু 2 বছৰ হ'ল আমাৰ একাডেমিত থকা এই টীমটো আমি বাংলাদেশলৈ পঠিয়ালোঁ আৰু বাংলাদেশত গৈ 2খন 3 ডে মেচ খেলিছে আৰু পৰহিৰ পৰা 3 ডেজ ODIখন আৰম্ভ হৈছে প্ৰথম ODIখন পৰহি ৱাষ্ট আউট হ'ল আজি এইমাত্ৰ মেছেজ আহিছে আমাৰ আজি ছেকেণ্ড মেচখন হৈ আছে বাংলাদেশৰ টীমটো 200ত অল আউট হ'ল 44 নে 45 অভাৰ্ছত চ' আমাৰ এতিয়া বেটিং আছে কিন্তু যিকেইখন আমি 3 ডে মেচ খেলিলোঁ প্ৰথম মেচখনত আমি 8 উইকেটছত জিকিছোঁ Second matchখনত আমি 231 4th ইনিংছত চেজ কৰি আছিলোঁ 191 for 5 40 ৰান থাকি গ'ল খেলখন শেষ হৈ গ'ল so it was a very good sign that আমাৰ প্লেয়াৰখিনি এতিয়া তিনিদিনীয়া মেচ খেলিবলৈ শিকিছে আৰু this young group যদি আমি ইহঁতক কেনেকৈ ৰাখিব পাৰোঁ I think অসমত 3-4 বছৰৰ পিছত এটা খুব ভাল গ্ৰুপ এটা হ'ব আৰু তেওঁলোকক আমি ৰাখিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিম কিহৰ কাৰণে যিহঁতক ৰেচিডেন্সিয়েল একাডেমিত আমি ৰাখিছোঁ য'ত পঢ়া শুনাৰ পৰা সব একাডেমিয়ে চোৱা চিতা কৰে under the total control of the technical director and the coaching team along with a mental strengthening coach along with physician along with dietitian গোটেইখিনি কৰিছোঁ প্লাছ তেওঁলোকক আমি পাৰ্চনেলি টিউশ্যনও কৰাই দিছোঁ এটা তাহাঁতৰ স্কুল কেইখন আমি ওচৰতে ইংলিছ মিডিয়ামত যিখিনি পঢ়ে সাউথ পইণ্টত পঢ়ে অসমীয়া মিডিয়ামত যিখিনি পঢ়ে জাতীয় বিদ্যালয়ৰ নিচিনা ভাল ভাল স্কুলত আমি এডমিশ্যন কৰাইছোঁ এণ্ড দে আৰ ভেৰি হেপী পেৰেণ্টছ আৰ ভেৰি হেপী পৰীক্ষাত বেয়া কৰিলে আমি ঘৰলৈ পঠিয়াই দিওঁ so this group is doing very well not only in cricket but also in their education and in their lifestyle also এতিয়া আমাৰ ফাৰ্স্ট বাংলাদেশত গ'ল immediately within 3-4 months they will go to Australia so তেনেকৈ অসম ক্ৰিকেটৰ কাৰণে এই একাডেমিতে ডেফিনেটলি খুব ভাল কাম কৰিবলৈ গৈ আছে আৰু লিউ কিমব্ৰিজ আছে এতিয়া আমি আৰু এজনৰ লগত আমি কথা পাতিছোঁ কাইলৈ ফাইনেলাইজ হ'ব তেওঁ হৈছে নামটো মই এতিয়া কোৱাটো উচিত নহ'ব বাট এনিৱে he was involved with development of Bangladesh cricket for 2 years he was responsible for he is from Sydney Australian cricketot he is considered to be the one of the best june gute system to lay down kore teo Pakistanot teo develop korise Bangladeshot korise 2022-12 pora now he wants to come to Assam so teo ichha prakash korise ami teo keneke fit in koru hetu kaile final kori pele apnalok ami oti hunkale jolam যাতে অসমৰ ক্ৰিকেটটো খুব প্ৰফেশনাল ওয়েত আগলে আগবাঢ়ি যায় so I think the results are showing positivity now and with maybe with their support also now one of their main mentors Sangakkara is going to meet our boys on 16th if I am not wrong তেখেতে কবই হিট so academy to আমি নিশ্চয় top priorities দিছো আৰু মই যেহেতু এতিয়া ACL লগত directly involved নহয় but I am fully involved with Assam Cricket Academy's academy যেটো AC academy আছে I am fully involved মোৰ লগত ৰাজিন্দৰ সিং আছে as chairman the former state cricket captain so আমি চেষ্টা কৰিম যাতে ইয়াং যিখিনি হেৰি হৈ আছে তেওঁলোকক আমি আগবঢ়াই লৈ যাম আৰু আমি আৰু এটা আপোনালোকে আজি যদি পাব্লিসিটি দি দিয়া ভাল হয় we have got some very modern equipments machineries আমি আনিছো ইংল্যান্ড আৰু অস্ট্রেলিয়া পা so আসাম আপোনালোকে জানে যে সদায় it is a forte of pace bowlers আপোনালোকে যদি ব্যাকগ্ৰাউণ্ড চাই অনুপ ঘটক মুন্না কাকতি সুনীল ভট্টৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ কৰি সব ফাষ্ট বলাৰ আছিল গৌতম দত্তলৈকে বা জাভেদক কক তাৰ পিছত আমাৰ কৃষ্ণ দাস আবু নাসিম যিমানবোৰ ফাষ্ট বলাৰ আছিল কিন্তু দেয়াৰ ইজ এ লিটল শৰ্টেজ অফ ফাষ্ট বলাৰ্ছ এট দিছ ষ্টেজ এতিয়া অকল আমি গোটেই পেচ এটেকটো আমি আশা কৰি আছোঁ মুক্তাৰ মৃন্ময় আৰু 2-3জন তেনেকুৱা আছে চ' দেয়াৰ ইজ এ গেপ চ' সেইকাৰণে সেই যিটো শ্বৰ্টফল আমি দেখিছোঁ পেচ বলিঙত সেইটো ওভাৰকাম কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমি এটা কেম্প পাতিছোঁ গোটেই অসমত 5টা জাগাত টেলেণ্ট চাৰ্চ ফৰ পেচ বলাৰ্ছ সেইটো হ'ব 13 তাৰিখে ডিব্ৰুগড়ত 14 তাৰিখে তেজপুৰ 16 তাৰিখে বৰপেটা তাৰপিছত আমি শিলচৰত পাতিম আৰু গুৱাহাটীত এই 5 দিনত আমাৰ লিউ কিমব্ৰিজ আৰু তেওঁলোকৰ যিটো টেকনিক্যাল টিম আছে তেওঁলোকে এই গোটেইকেইখন জাগাত গৈ অপেন ট্ৰায়েল এটা কৰিব টু ফাইণ্ড আউট পেচ বলিং টেলেণ্ট বুমৰাহত যেনেকৈ ওলাই আহিছিলে অভয় কুৰুবিলাহত যেনেকৈ ওলাই আহিছিলে উই আৰ ট্ৰাইং টু ইমপ্লিমেণ্ট দ্য চেম চিটুৱেশ্যন হিয়াৰ চ' ডেট দেয়াৰ মে বি চাম ৰ টেলেণ্টছ আমি নাজানো যোৱা বছৰ এনেকুৱা এটা টেলেণ্ট চাৰ্চত আমি এটা ভাল জেভলিন প্লেয়াৰ এটা পালোঁ যোৰহাটত এণ্ড ইমিডিয়েটলি সি ক্ৰিকেটৰ লগত সম্পৰ্কই নাছিলে হি হেজ কাম এণ্ড মেক হিজ ডেবিউ ফৰ দ্য আণ্ডাৰ 23 ষ্টেট টিম চ' তেনেকুৱা এটা প্ৰচেছ আমি একাডেমিৰ থ্ৰুৱেদি কৰি আছোঁ আৰু ভাবিম যে আগন্তুক দিনত বেটিং উইকেট কিপিং স্পিন বলিং গোটেইকেইটা লাইনতে আমি এক্সপাৰ্ট আনি পেলাই তাহাঁতক খুব স্পেচিয়েলাইজ ট্ৰেইনিং দিম এডভান্স ট্ৰেইনিং দিম এতিয়া যোৱাকালিও এটা ট্ৰেইনিং কেম্প হৈছে হাই পাৰফৰ্মেঞ্চ কেম্প ফৰ আণ্ডাৰ 16 বয়জ সেইটো শেষ হ'ল গোলাঘাটত চলি আছে 12 তাৰিখলৈকে আণ্ডাৰ 19ৰ হাই পাৰফৰ্মেঞ্চ কেম্প চ' এইখিনি ক্ৰিকেটৰ ডেভেলপমেণ্টৰ কাৰণে একাডেমিয়ে কৰি আছে আৰু তেওঁলোকক আমি ইণ্টাৰনেশ্যনেল এক্সপ'জাৰ দিয়া আৰম্ভ কৰিছোঁ তাৰপিছত আমি ভাৰতৰ বিভিন্ন ষ্টেটলৈ পঠিয়াম য'ত ইয়াং ক্ৰিকেটটো ডেভেলপ হৈ আছে বাংলাদেশৰ ইয়াং ক্ৰিকেটটো খুব ভাল তেওঁলোকে 2 বছৰ আগত ৱৰ্ল্ড চেম্পিয়ন আছিলে আণ্ডাৰ 19 টিমত এতিয়াও তাহাঁতৰ খুব ভাল ষ্ট্ৰাকচাৰ এটা আছে সেইকাৰণে আমি নিয়েৰেষ্ট ফৰেইন কাণ্ট্ৰি বাংলাদেশৰ লগত টাই আপটো আৰম্ভ কৰিলোঁ ইট উইল এক্সপাণ্ড টু অষ্ট্ৰেলিয়া ইন দ্য নেক্সট 3-4 months টাইম থেংক ইউ
আৰু কুৱেশ্যন The Mishing village is the Mishing village is near Balipara, Dokra. So there is a big household for it. It is a nature-neutral village. Water, waste, and energy. So we are saying that if we give energy to places where there's no electricity, so they will be able to learn and they'll have a better life. So that 30 villages, we are going to finalize it tomorrow or day after. It is not as you all signed. And we will give you more details on that once my foundation people come. They're coming on Sunday or Monday. We will be very happy to expand that footprint. But you know, we can do 2 or 3 things, not many. But I like the ideas that Lon has given us for the women's cricket, for militancy, to get them back and do training and put them in the main line of cricket. Thank you.
So, sir,
The last question, you know, because we have to go for lunch. Huh? No, women's, we bid, but we bid a very low bid. You know, suppose the bid was 100, we have bid not even 10. We did not show full interest in that because we thought that the entire process of money recovery and investment was not encouraged by our shareholders. So the truth is that we did not bid a high number, but we did not also guess that it would be 1,200 crores. So I think it is our loss that we were not able to do that. But we still can help. Like in Rajasthan, we do women's cricket, and in fact, the local tournament is something that we support. So we are happy to support it. You don't have to always have a IPL team to support cricket. So we are very much committed to what Lon has suggested. Thank you. Please, all of you are invited for lunch
At the rooftop.
At the rooftop. And thank